I was like finding out the origin of words, the origin of where things come from. Like, oh dang, like the origin of sayings and etymology of words. It's like it helps me understand it's a deeper meaning behind it. It's like a puzzle. It's like, oh, that's what that means, or like helps me understand a greater like, yeah, have a greater understanding of it. Like for English, there's a lot of Latin roots in words that we have, but as well, there's a lot of other roots and where certain words originate from. Like, I think English originates from like the Germanic Anglo-Saxon, and um, like the these and the thous in the King James Bible. That's archaic English. It's like more of Middle English rather than Old English. There's like more even uh, jargon Germanic English that's even harder to understand. It's like Anglo-Saxon, like on the verge of German. I think maybe Germans would have a better understanding of that kind of Anglo-Saxon Germanic English, where English kind of like originated from. I'm not exactly sure. I know that it's a Latin language. I'm not exactly sure like what the origins of how English was developed. But there is also like it's like a conglomerate of multiple languages, um, mainly Germanic, a lot of Latin, some Italian words. Like if there is, I don't think there is any English word that ends in I. If it does end in I, it's most likely Italian, and we just borrow it, borrow it. Like spaghetti. Yeah, that's. You don't ever find. Well, that's Italian. That's an Italian word, of course. But you never find a word, an English word, ending with I. If if you do, it's most likely some other language. My mom, she would speak Italian to me when I was a kid. She learned Italian because her grandfather was Italian. It is Italian, and and or he was, yeah, of course. Like, well, he was Italian, and he so she learned Italian because so she could communicate more with him. He knew English, but I think he's from Italy or Sicily, and he would speak English, but he would mainly speak Italian with my great grandmother. And so my mom, she would correct me in Italian when I was a kid. She only okay. When I say correct me in Italian, she would use two words. I only know two Italian words, but she would say it with English, so I thought that she was speaking English. So I only know two Italian words, but as a little kid, when you're being corrected with mainly a majority of English, and she throws like one Italian word in there, I automatically thought that she was speaking English. For example, she would say, "Go clean your room, cabiche." Like she would snap her fingers, like, "Go clean your room, cabiche," and like cabiche, and, like her like snap would be so loud it like echo throughout the entire like house. I'm like, what the heck? How do you snap so loud that it like echoes off the ceiling? But she would say, "Go clean your room, cabiche," and I thought that was just I just knew like what that meant. I thought that was English. I thought that was an English word, and it wasn't until like I was like 14 that I realized that cabiche in Italian means "Do you understand?" Like, "Do you understand? Do you get me? Go clean your room. Understood?" I'm like, "Cabiche, I understand." It's like I just always knew. I thought that was an English word because she would always say that to me. So if anyone if you ever hear someone say capiche, it's Italian. It means, do you understand? And you respond with capiche because you're saying I understand. So it's funny. So if anyone has ever heard that and didn't know what they were saying or thought it was English as well, now you know.